Hello everyone, how are you doing there? We are here at the NAMM show. Every year I cannot wait to stop here at the Ambient and Calzone cases to talk with my buddy Joe. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's always a treat to see you. I'm just disappointed I don't get to see you more often. We always make plans to try to get together, but this year for sure we will get together and you can make me a meal as you've been promising.
Okay, I hope during the year come back, okay?
Yes, sir. You betcha. That'd be great.
So, Joe, tell me about, you have a new line of products. Tell me about it, about the furniture.
Yeah, we've introduced a new line of furniture called Industrial Elegance. It's pretty cool. It's rock and roll furniture, basically our case material. And we're making tables out of them, coffee tables, end tables, conference tables, or tables for whatever you want to use them, entertainment centers. And it's becoming quite successful, and it's certainly a very cool and interesting product. It's a way to take the concert home with you, right? If you're a big music fan, you want to have some elegant rock and roll looking furniture, this is the deal.
And about the cases, what are you presenting this year?
Well, we have a few new case designs and features. One of them is our Slam Rack, which is a rack-mountable case available in 4 different sizes, 8, 10, 12, and 16. And the difference between this rack and other standard type of shock mount racks is that first off, we have a floating shell, a gravity shell on the interior, which has 8 vibration eliminators, 4 top and bottom, to isolate the shell so it isolates and protects the contents better. In addition to that, from a storage standpoint, the lids themselves are not removable. They slide out of the case and then close, basically slam, with a latch. Therefore, you don't have to worry about a lot of lids stored, and it's a much easier way for the sound companies, audio, lighting, whomever might be using them, to be able to get packed up and out of the venue quicker. And then we matched it up with a 3/4-inch Baltic birch case, an Ascot case, which is one of our brands, that's used for drawers, a drawer case, which matches the footprint, which for both of these are truck pack, which is critical nowadays to have everything truck pack when possible. So that case is a 3/4-inch, as I said, Baltic birch. It's manufactured as a unibody type of case. Then we cut the lid off, but this particular one has, again, a slam lid on it, so it matches the footprint of the rack itself perfectly. There's 3 drawers in it on glides, and the case is made of 3/4 inch, as I said, but then it has the rabbet joints. It's nailed, it's screwed with 1 3/4 screws, it's glued, bondoed, sanded, and then covered with our Textulac coating, which is very impact resistant, similar to what they use in truck bed liners. So that's a nice feature, and it's a little bit different from the traditional drawer case that we've been manufacturing forever with Calzone and Anvil and Ascot.
Wow. And people usually think, oh, okay, cases, they are heavy, you know, it's complicated because I don't want to travel, I don't want to fly and spend all my things in one case. How do you manage the weight of the cases?
Well, we do have different type materials available, and our XLT plastic, which is a high-density polyethylene, is available now in thicknesses up to 1/2 inch. So we can make a larger size case using this material. It lightens the case by approximately 25 to 30%, so that's helpful. The material itself is half the weight of the plywood, and then after you finish assembling with all the hardware and extrusions and such, the weight ends up being, as I said, about 25-30% lighter. And if you're shipping by air, a lot of small cases, film companies, those type of companies that have smaller cases that they're shipping overnight, 20-25% savings is significant.
Yeah, well, also people are concerned about protection, so yes, it's very light. I mean, it's not heavy cases. How are they gonna get protected? I mean, how am I gonna get my things protected with that cases?
Well, they're made in a similar fashion with the various hardware choices based upon the case size, and the interiors are made in a similar fashions with the different types of foams. Whether it be the ester, which is the softer foam, polyester type, or the ethyfoams, or the polyethylenes, which are the denser. A lot of the cases have a combination of that foam. and where you have the ethafoam as a top layer and then the ester beneath it. And this way here, as you're putting the item in and out of the case, you don't start fraying the edges of the softer foam. And we also taper the edges if it's a die cut or a shaped foam, interior for a camera or a lens or microphones, things of that nature. This way it just helps the longevity of the case to wear better.
Excellent. Well, Joe Calzone is the owner of Anvil Cases and Calzone Cases. Both companies are leader in cases for not only rock music, not only music, is related with anything you want to use for either shipping or traveling. And now we have the new line of furniture, so you can go to the website.
Well, we have a bunch. Basically, calzonecase.com, Calzone and anvilcase.com, anvilcase.com, ascotcase.com, but they're all bundled into the one website of Calzone and anvilcase.com.
Awesome. Joe, thank you for the interview, and it's a pleasure always to see you.
It's great to see you, Marcus. You're a beautiful man. And thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
by.
And remember, Marcus is the name of my future life. It's Lucas this life.
Lucas,
yeah.
I've been calling you Marcus. How come? Oh, because my buddy was just here before I came over here, and I apologize.
It happened all the times, Tony.
That's okay there, Ralph.